Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What I'm about to tell you is shaking up the AFC North and could have massive implications for the Steelers' future. It's a rumor that's been buzzing around the league, and if it turns out to be true, it could be one of the most significant moves we've seen in recent years. According to multiple sources, including some pretty reliable insiders like Rossini, the Kansas City Chiefs are seriously considering trading star defensive tackle Chris Jones to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yep, you heard that right. The Chiefs, who are currently 2-1 but showing some cracks in their defense, might be willing to part ways with Jones after the NFL trade deadline on November 4th. This potential trade is not just about swapping players, it's about strategic rebuilding for Kansas City. The Chiefs, who have built a dynasty around Patrick Mahomes and their high-powered offense, are now facing some tough decisions, especially on the defensive line. Their defense, which has been a bit of a concern this season, has been allowing an average of 26 points per game, not terrible. But for a team with Super Bowl aspirations, it's not enough. They're also dealing with cap constraints, sitting at around $2. $8 million in cap space, and are expected to prioritize extensions for Mahomes and their offensive line over re-signing Jones at his current rate of $28 million a year. Meanwhile, the Steelers could be the perfect landing spot for Jones. Imagine adding a player like him to our already stout defensive line. Chris Jones, at 31, is a true interior beast, a player who has been dominating the trenches for 9 seasons now with 85. 5 sacks, 12 forced fumbles, and an impressive PFF grade of 90, 8 on average. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler and a guy who has consistently disrupted offenses, especially in recent years. In 2025 up to September 15th, he's been exceptional, even after missing some time with a knee injury in Week 1. His stats show the kind of impact he can have: 4 sacks, 7 tackles for loss and interception, and a run-stop rate of 35%. He's a game wrecker, a player who can turn the tide of a game with his presence alone. What makes this even more intriguing is the fit. The Steelers have a solid interior defensive line with Cameron Hayward, but adding Jones would elevate the entire front 7. His ability to generate pressure, averaging more than a sack per game in recent seasons, would complement Hayward and the rest of our pass rushers perfectly. The impact would be immediate and profound. According to projections, adding Jones could boost our tackles for loss by around 12 and increase our run-stopping efficiency by about 15%. His presence alone could give our defense a new level of dominance, making it harder for opponents to run against us and giving our pass rushers more space to work. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. The Steelers have been solid on defense this year, but could we really swing a deal for a player of Jones's caliber? Well, it's not just about adding talent, it's about making a statement. The Steelers are built to contend, and bringing in a player like Jones signals that we're all in, that we're not just trying to make the playoffs. No, we're aiming for multiple Super Bowls. The move could be a catalyst for our entire team, transforming us into a true championship contender. Think about the ripple effect. With Jones on the line, our sack total could increase by around 10, bringing us to nearly 32 sacks this season, and our EPA per play would improve significantly, making us one of the most feared defenses in the league. This potential trade also has big implications for the AFC landscape. The Chiefs, who are still very much in the mix, might see their defense weaken if they trade away Jones. That could tip the balance of power towards teams like the Steelers, who are already loaded on offense and looking to bolster their defense further. If Pittsburgh manages to land Jones, it could be the missing piece that finally pushes us over the edge, helping us contend seriously for a Super Bowl run. The odds for the Steelers to win the Super Bowl could drop from +3, 500 to +1, 700 almost overnight, and our chances in the AFC could jump from +1, 600 to +750. That's a massive boost. But let's also talk about the potential risks and what this move would mean long-term. Trading for a player like Jones isn't just about this season. It's about setting a foundation for the future. With the Steelers' window with players like Hayward and others still open, Adding a player of Jones's caliber could help us maintain our competitive edge over the next few seasons. It's a bit of a gamble, but one that could pay off big time, especially if it leads to multiple rings in Tomlin's era. Of course, nothing is certain until the trade actually happens, and there are questions about whether Kansas City would be willing to part with such a key piece. The Chiefs might prefer to hold on to Jones if they can, especially considering their need to rebuild their defense with young talent and manage their cap situation. But if the opportunity to acquire a player of his caliber at a reasonable price comes along, I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers' front office jumps on it. The trade would likely involve a first-round pick in 2026, plus a reserve defensive tackle, as reported by some sources. This kind of package would be worth it, considering the immediate impact Jones could have on our defense and the long-term benefits. Now, imagine the front seven with Jones lining up alongside Hayward, T.J. Watt, and our other talented defenders. Our pass rush would be relentless, our run defense impenetrable, and the whole defense would take on a new identity, one of true dominance. It's what we've been dreaming of, and it might just be within reach if the stars align. The Steelers' coaching staff, led by Mike Tomlin, is known for turning around defenses, and adding a player like Chris Jones could be the ultimate chess move to elevate us into elite status. And let's not forget the playoff implications. As we get deeper into the season, having a dominant interior lineman can be the difference in close games. Jones's ability to disrupt the pocket, force turnovers, and anchor the run game makes him a perfect fit for what the Steelers need to make a serious postseason push. In the context of the Super Bowl, his presence could be compared to the effect Vince Wilfork had during the Patriots' dynasty, providing that inside presence that offenses had to account for on every snap, opening up opportunities for other players and creating chaos for the opposition. All in all, folks, this potential deal is a game changer. It's about the Steelers not just competing, but dominating. It's about building a defense that strikes fear into opponents and gives our offense the breathing room to operate at its best. It's about making a statement to the league. Pittsburgh is back, and we're here to stay. The possibility of landing Chris Jones isn't just exciting. It's a bold move that could define this franchise's future and help us chase multiple Lombardis in the coming years. We've seen what Tomlin and his team can do with the right pieces, and this could be the ultimate puzzle piece. So, Steelers fans, keep your eyes peeled. This story is still developing, but the potential ramifications are huge. If we manage to pull this off, it could be the move that cements our place as serious contenders once again, a move that propels us back into the Super Bowl conversation with a vengeance. The AFC is already stacked, but with Jones in our lineup, we'd be the team to beat. This is the kind of bold, strategic move that gets fans excited and makes every game a little more thrilling. So stay tuned, keep the faith, and let's see how this story unfolds in the weeks to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think the Steelers should go all in and try to land Chris Jones? How do you see this impacting our chances for a deep playoff run or even a Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. Let's keep the passion alive and continue supporting our team through thick and thin. We're the Steelers, and we're just getting started.